Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective who investigates all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And this is a Get Ready With Me where I get into drag makeup to film a video later today. Lori cannot participate because she is fighting a migraine. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. And Lynette is here. I don't know if I get migraines or not, but I know I always blame it on allergies, but sometimes I get this headache like right here that is just throbbing. And then I like put ice on my face, but it doesn't go away until the next day. So I don't know what that is. Anyway, so how is everyone's reading going? And okay, we have Lynette, we have Mooney, we have Frank. I'm going to move a place. You're moving. I hate moving. Hate moving. I am reading Bob. That's all I've been doing. I'm on the third book in the Bobiverse series. And I'm really enjoying it. It's not very diverse. It's actually the opposite of diverse because it's from it's basically about a race of older white men, an older white man. But it makes it kind of interesting that how it reinforces how this race is created, this AI race of beings based on this one person that has all these references to like Monty Python, lots of Star Trek. I've seen some Doctor Who, Rocky and Bullwinkle. I mean, they're all of references of a person of a certain age. And I can understand why they're really popular, especially to people of a certain age like me. But it's a lot of fun. I think after this third book, I'm not going to continue with it. I know there's another book in the series, but I think Lynette, you told me that the first three are complete as a series. I get migraines, but the pain is always behind my right eye. Yipes. I'm moving 2 streets away from your parents. Reading Crime by Karen Slaughter is supposed to be really good. Yeah. 2 streets is not very far away, but Independence is great. If this is your first, I don't know if it's your first time being independent from your parents, but it's a good thing. Okay. Oh, still reading A Song for a Bond. I love Guy Gabriel Kay. And he's written several standalones. I think Tagana is a standalone too. Also wrote a book about Harold Shipman, 3 out of 5. Okay, well, if you can see, I did purple eyebrows. And I don't know why I did that now because I did a purple look last week. But who cares? We're going to do another purple look this week. So let me find my darkest purple. And start with this. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do after Bobiverse. Oh, I know, because this week is Shelve It or Shove It. Man, the summer is going by so fast. Okay. Who is Harold Shipman? Yeah, I want to know too, Lynette. Hey, Lex, got some new books from last week. All right. Read a book, Three Things About Elsie, set in a retirement home. Woman suffers from dementia. Man who is believed to have drawn 60 years or drowned 60 years before shows up. Yes, tell us about your books. Okay, so, hmm. Yeah, I'm going to continue with purple. Not going to think too hard about this one. Harold Shipman was the British doctor convicted of murdering 15 patients, but he's believed to have killed over 200. That is crazy. Wow. Anyone read Leviathan Wakes by Corey? Yes, I am a big fan of the Expanse novels by S.A. Corey, which is, if you didn't know, is a pseudonym of two authors. One of whom was mentored, I believe, by George R. R. Martin. Anyway, I love that series. It's I guess some people call it a space opera, but I think it's hard science fiction. Um, Lots of point of view characters. Excellent, excellent series. And I'm sure they were in my top 100. And I'll be filming the next installment of Fantasy today. But this week I'll be releasing Shove It or Shove It. By the way, I also really recommend the science fiction series, The Expanse, which is based on Leviathan Wakes and those books. It was started by the Sci-Fi Channel, but they discontinued it. But I think I heard a rumor that Bezos was like a big fan of the series and just pushed it through Amazon Prime before he retired or whatever. Okay. The books I have are Gear Breakers by Zoe Hannah Mikita and Gamer Girls, 25 Women Who Built the Video Game Industry. Wow, I don't know either of those books. I assume the second one is a nonfiction. Are they both nonfiction? Interesting. He was a heroin addict and killed a bunch of old people with drugs. I enjoyed your video. Oh, thank you. Though I've only read two of the authors. Well, I am happy to introduce people to new authors. It's always a cool thing, and when I hear people say, "Oh, I added so and so to my list based on your video." because it makes me think, oh, I guess I am having an impact, however small. But you can't even see this. I just put some light purple between these two dark purples. Okay. I am doing Garbagast, reading trashy books. Oh, Garbage August, Garb August. Got it. Don't get Amazon Prime. Don't want to make the bald guy any richer than he is. I hear you. I have Amazon Prime for, yeah, I have that too. On Amazon, all the stuff I really need is on Prime. Hate that. Okay, so I'm trying to blend this in. Does anyone watch the Olympics? I'm not a big fan of Olympics, but Dennis really likes those types of, like the big international events. So we're watching the opening ceremony, and it's hosted in Paris. And what I thought was funny is they were going through like some of the stereotypes of France, just sort of making fun of themselves, and one of which with a menage a trois. Kind of can't speak today. And so they had like two guys and a girl, sort of this little romantic, chasing each other, and then they all kiss each other. And then they had this like fashion runway segment with a lot of drag queens participating. So I was thinking, conservative countries must hate that. I wonder if they're even broadcasting the opening ceremony. The highlight, of course, was at the very end. They had Celine Dion belt out belt out a song, and she was amazing. Her voice is still as strong as ever. And I don't know if you don't know, she has this debilitating disease where she's like her muscles are seizing up like a statue. And I don't know if she's in remission or if she's getting some type of treatment that's letting her perform. But rumor is that she's going to do another Las Vegas residency. And I live in Vegas, so I'll definitely go see her if that happens. But yeah, I don't know if it's, like I said, in remission or if this is her last hurrah. But what an amazing talent. Her voice, amazing voice. Okay. If you like sci fi adventure with heart, hard choices, and giant mechs, Gear Breakers has it all. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the only giant mech book I remember reading is, I mean, I've seen several movies, but Zirin J. Zhao's Young Adult, Iron Widow, which was interesting. I'm also going to read The Bad Seed by William March and then watch the old black and white movie. You know, I thought that was a Lillian Hellman play. I'm probably thinking of something else, but I've definitely seen the old black and white movie with the girl with the blonde pigtails. Um, yeah, I think it's great because it is such heavy-handed uh, a theme of is a person evil because of genetics or nurturing or because of how they were raised, which I guess was a big conversation in the 50s or uh, yeah, I guess it was the 50s. Yeah, that's a good one. Haven't watched the Olympics. Lady Gaga had a number that was really good. I think the last opening ceremony I watched was Sydney's back in 2000. Well, if you just do a Google search on Celine Dion just to see her performance and Gaga for her performance, but definitely Celine Dion. Yeah, Snoop Dogg was on. He's not a great interviewer. I don't know why he's there, but he's there. Oh, I think I know why he's there. Yeah. I think he's there because this is I'm very interested in this. I'm actually going to watch it when it comes in. But it's the first time they're introducing breakdancing as a Olympic event. And breakdancing is the dance from hip hop. And I've always thought that really good breakdancers were amazing, but what I don't know what's going to happen is how they're going to judge it. Like figure skating, you know, it's creativity and dancing and all that, but they can judge like the lutzes or the double lutzes, you know, and all those special moves in figure skating. I know there's something objective that they can judge on, and I don't know how they're going to judge breakdancing if there are certain like moves that they're looking for. So I'm very curious about that. Okay, but anyway, that's why I think Snoop Dogg's there. Mm, let's go back. But yeah, he's an awful interviewer. I don't know. And actually, I was on the swim team in high school. So swimming is actually the only sport that I know anything about and have actually participated in. So sometimes I'll watch the swimming events. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it the crease with silver. Oh, that's so sad. Miriam Margolis hasn't long to live. I think I saw the YouTube or she's doing some interview or something. I don't know. That's so sad. Oh, Lex used to breakdance when he was 11 and in his teens. That is fantastic. So you should definitely watch the breakdancing portion of the Olympics. If they can judge gymnastics, they can judge breakdancing. Yeah, I agree. I'm just wondering what the criteria are, how they're going to judge it. It's Daisy. I'll tag you here on Instagram showing you the new books I talked about. Okay, great. Thank you. Cappuccino was here. Hey, Cap. Glad you are here. And Cap, were you the one that's also talking about the Bobiverse books? Because I'm on book 3 of that trilogy, or of the trilogy. Okay, anyway. Right. I consider any gymnastics performed in music as an art form, not a sport. You know, one thing they've been trying to get into the Olympics forever, and they let me look it up before I make a fool of myself, but I'm thinking of synchronized swimming. Is that a Oh, it is part of the Olympics now. They call it artistic swimming. Okay, anyway, so it's always cool when they add something new. And this year it is breakdancing. But talking about like figure skating and gymnastics to music, I agree they are art forms. They are art. But judging them in competitions, there are certain moves and tricks where they can at least do some objective rating. Okay. Not reading lately. I'm in the process of moving. Oh gosh, you and Mooney. Yeah, I hate moving. Hate moving. It just sucks so much energy out of you. Ballroom dancing at Wednesday. I would love that. Yeah, synchronized swimming is in the Olympics. I do recall when it wasn't. Was it that long ago? Maybe I'm just misremembering. Too many sports in the Olympics now. They used to have tug of war. I didn't know that. It's been the Olympics. Yeah, it is going to be in 2024. Esport is done. Oh, I would actually love that. If you've ever watched any esport events, I mean, it sounds like it'd be incredibly boring just watching people play video games, but sometimes I kind of like it sometimes. I was reading yesterday about deaths resulting from tug of war. What? I never knew about that. So glad women's beach volleyball is an Olympic sport. Okay, so women's sport. I was telling you all a couple weeks ago or earlier this summer, I've been doing walking, trying to walk a couple miles every day, at least 5 days a week. And I go to the same park. And I live in Vegas, so it's super hot. But the park I go to, Desert Breeze, has 4 baseball diamonds for the competitions. And usually, Little League and women's or girls softball. So I was walking one day and they were having a women's softball competition. And I don't know why they separate men and girls from these sports. Because when you think of softball, or when I thought of softball, I think, the underhanded, the light little underhand throws. But oh my gosh, these women, these girls, when they would whip the ball underhanded, it wasn't just like a gentle little thing. It was like those balls were going at speed. Um, so it just made me wonder, why are we separating these boys and girls? Yeah, I'd be curious of how fast some of those underhanded pitches were going. Okay. Purple eyes inspired your Deathbird look when I started Deathbird cosplay. Oh, great. Thank you, Lex. If the rope snaps, it can be very dangerous due to high pressure that has been applied to it. It can chop off body parts. What? Tug of war? I never knew that. See tug of war in the nude, but that can be dangerous. Never seen that. If you watch TNA wrestling and indie wrestling, you'll see female wrestlers going against male wrestlers. Yeah, the only tug of war I really remember, if I don't know if they showed it in other countries, but in the U.S. they had these Battle of the Network Stars, where it had like in the days with the 3 networks, they'd have these competitions between NBC, ABC, and CBS, uh, where they would do one of the things was tug of war. That's the only thing I remember. I mean, I remember playing it in school, but it wasn't to that level. Okay. Um, I think I want to bring a little bit of purple. in the crease. Actually, I should put in the silver. Pro wrestling is all fake, so who cares? Tug of War I did when I was in elementary school. It was me at one end and some third graders on the other side. Yeah. I mean, you watch pro wrestling for the entertainment and to get caught up in the fantasy that it's real, but I think everyone knows it's not real. I remember watching it in college during the days of Randy, Macho Man Savage, and Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker, and all those guys. It was just silly fun. I was again at Desert Breeze Park here in Vegas. There was this a carnival / taco festival. But one of the entertainment segments was Mexican wrestling, the Lucha Libre. But it was fun. You would sit on the little benches, and these guys were obviously super hammy, fake acting, trying to tear each other up. But it was fun to cheer and act the fool. But it was obviously so fake. By the way, if you have Netflix and want to see a really fun show, Glow, Glorious Women of Wrestling, very entertaining, very fun. I think I didn't see, I read an interview or something with Andre the Giant, who was an enormous man. Was he like over 7 feet tall? Anyway, he was talking about being a wrestler and having to be careful not to actually hurt some of the smaller guys. Okay. Tug of War I did when I was in elementary school. Okay, read that. Your son likes pro wrestling. Like I said, I think it can be fun. Hey, still doing wrestling shows, and yeah, it is fake, but we still get hurt. Take it from me, I broke a rib. Yipes. Charges against Alec Baldwin dropped. Yeah, I was kind of following that case, but didn't really care that much. Well, I cared that someone lost their life, but Glow is awesome. Me and my brother used to watch it all the time. I watched the old Glow when it was on TV in the 80s. Yeah, I mean, Frank, when you're that big, there's all sorts of health issues that go along with it. Like I think I've told this before when I was an orientation advisor at University of Maryland, which is being a student that sort of introduces other students. There was this coach there, Lefty Driesell, basketball coach, who really pissed me off because one of the kids that came through the orientation was like 7 feet tall. You know, the big Andre Giant sized person who obviously that's an advantage in basketball. You could basically drop the ball into the net. But Lefty Driesell saw this tall kid, immediately went and tried to recruit him for the team. And the guy was like, my lungs collapse if I exert myself. I can't, I can't do what I can't play basketball or most any sports. And Lefty would not give up. Okay. He's remembered fondly, yeah. He was the Gentle Giant, I believe. Other than his persona on wrestling. Okay, that's kind of stark. Let me see if I can blend this. Okay. Well, this is going to have to do. I'll use a little bit of black here. Okay. Met Big Show at WWE event back in the day, and I came up to his chest, and you're 6'1". Yipes. People said the latest episode of House of the Dragon was too slow, but I was okay with it. I was too. I'm really loving House of the Dragon on HBO, the prequel to Game of Thrones. Not up on wrestling, but a fan of Tanya Knight and Glow. So glad he was able to do Princess Bride movie. He really made that movie, even though his health was bad at the time. Yeah. The guy Boseman who did Black Panther, even though he had cancer. Yipes. Yeah, can't wait for Umbrella Academy. And by next month, you mean next week. 6 to 6.5 seems to be a good spot. Wish I could be in that range. I was sad when I heard about Chadwick Boseman passed away. He was amazing. He was great. And by all accounts, he was a real sweetheart in real life too. What's that song? Only the Good Die Young. Okay. I think I need to. Okay. Yeah, I included that Michael Crichton in the when I was doing the science fiction list was 6'9" because that's just such an odd or unusual little fact about someone. I mean, RuPaul, the famous drag queen, is 6'5", I think. The All Stars series just ended, and it was okay. You got to go and wake your stepson for a super fun day. Okay, thank you for popping in, Lex. Oh, excuse me. Don't know what show to watch after the Umbrella Academy. Um, if you haven't seen Sense8, Sense number 8 on Netflix, that's highly worth watching. Loved Crichton. I think the tallest person I've known was about 6'5". I'm only 5'2". I think RuPaul helped bring drag in the mainstream. Oh, definitely. Drag would not be as well known. Oh gosh, what did I do? As well known today as if it wasn't for RuPaul, which is kind of amazing. Because I was going to drag shows in the 80s, and it definitely was super niche. I mean, it was just amazing when RuPaul, back in the its early 90s, had the number one single. Actually, I don't know if it's number one, but had the hit single Supermodel. We were just amazed in the gay community that there was a drag queen uh, popular among everyone. Oh boy, I really didn't mean to go this dark, this low, but it means I have to do it on this side. Oh, this looks. Yeah, Dame Edna did a lot for drag. Tyler Perry looks really funny in drag. Yeah, it was more of a character actor than a drag queen. Oh, Danny LaRue. Yeah, it's. Oh, don't get me started. Yeah, no one ever had any problem with drag. From Milton Berle to Flip Wilson. Until it was politicized as being synonymous with being trans. Which plays into the old canard or fears that if our children see it, our children will become trans. It's stupid. Okay, so anyway, I think we're going to. I think we're going to leave it like this. I saw drag as a child and it didn't harm me. It's the argument's so stupid. I mean, it was the argument about like not wanting your children around gays or lesbians because that could turn them gay or lesbian. Because if they see that lifestyle, they'll want to be a part of it. It's stupid. Okay, so it's going to do purple lips. Okay, I understand why drag queens make fun of the Catholic Church, but think of the way they do it is a mistake. Oh, you were talking about the Sisters Perpetual Indulgence, I assume, which is a group of San Francisco drag queens. But they actually came out sort of, in the 60s, there was a group of performers called the Merry Pranksters, or like performance artists, Cockettes. They come out of that era of performance art. What are they going to do? Yeah, they used to only be in San Francisco, and only San Franciscans really knew about the sisters, but I guess it's the age of the information age with the internet where there's nothing's really local anymore. Okay. One of my uncles was gay, but I didn't realize it until you're in your mid-teens. The Merry Pranksters were led by Ken Kesey, yes. Hey, Rylan. Watching and much love from the Philippines. Oh, thank you so much. If you don't know, my husband is Filipino. Nephew is gay and has genius level IQ and makes 200K a year, or 2 million? No, 200,000 a year. Yeah, that's very good money. That's what starting attorneys make now at a large law firm. Um, going to do Philippines has some amazing drag performers. Where's my others? Hmm. Well, it kind of looks black, but these are purple lips. Watched a video of orcas sinking a yacht. Wow. Seems like one pod of orcas really hates ships. Interesting. Yeah, I agree, Frank. Surprised all whales don't hate ships. The yacht was worth 100,000 pounds. Wow. Okay, so I think I'm almost done. There are quite a few videos about this orca pod on YouTube. It's kind of interesting. It's just one pod. Okay. Now, we're going to put on eyelashes. They seem to know to go after the rudder first. It is kind of amazing how intelligent some creatures are. The issue, of course, is measuring the IQ of like a dolphin. Okay, so I believe we are getting to the end. Oh, it's happening in Spain and Portugal. Surprising how clever animals can be. I like the videos about crows being tested. Animals pass the mirror. I'm not sure what the mirror test is. I'll look that up. Gotta go. Hey, Cap, thank you for joining us. Heard crows can tell the difference between individual human faces. Have we all read Hollow Kingdom? Thank you, Cap. Read a book some time ago about Alex, the famous African gray parrots. Yeah, birds can be super intelligent. Okay. So the wig I grabbed, this short purple one. It's one of my newer wigs. I'll zoom out a little. Okay. And huge earrings to go with this. Well, who cares? I actually made pretty good time on this look. And I'll throw on a ring. And here we are, the final look. There we go. Okay. Okay, the mirror test is to determine if the animals recognize it's them in the mirror. Dolphins and elephants can. It's so funny when cats can't, but eventually they get bored. I don't know if they recognize themselves or great apes. Thank you, Ryland. 4 a.m. Yipes. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, I like this week too. Thank you, DK. Looking forward to Shelve It or Shove It. Bookmark some great book covers. Okay, I will be checking those out. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I will be filming a segment of my science fiction, top 100 science fiction. No, I'm not. Top 100 fantasy books. And it's so funny because I did science fiction last week, but I dressed up in a fantasy outfit. So it may look a little disconcerting. And this week I will be dropping, however, Shelve It or Shove It. So you have that to look forward to, Lynette. And I won't say whether I think the covers are better or not, but you'll have to tell me. Okay, guys, I'll be here next week. Hope to see you then. And as usual, may all the books you read be blessed.